Welcome to Profit in Stocks 101. This is Michael Driggers, and I'm just going over some of the books that actually gave me a good head start in trading, and have always shown me a way to trade profitably in the stock market. And the first book that I'm going to look at is uh, How I Made $2 million in the Stock Market by Nicholas Darvas. I basically use the Darvas trading method for finding stocks and purchasing stocks, and the methodology behind why and how I buy the stocks. So basically, Nicholas Darvas was a person back in the 50s that took a $3,000 investment, turned it into $8,000, and eventually, within about 3 to 4 years, turned it into $2 million. And the method that he used is actually what I use now today. And so, as you see, he came out with another book called "You Can Still Make It in the Market," and this is kind of documenting that some years later he actually used that same method again to amass another great string of profits together, doing the same methodology that he did in previous years. So I still use that method today, and I'm proving that it still holds true and it's still a valid method to use today. It's not a very technical method. It's just basically saying when a big, large, winning stock that is on the cutting edge of technology and is making great strides in sales and revenue and earnings, and basically one of the market leaders, you can play those market leading stocks and make good money in those stocks. And they do behave the same way now that they did back in the 50s, where they just continue to push forward into new ground and make higher highs as far as their price. Then they come back and make, bottom out and create a bottom. So you have a top and a bottom. And they typically, when they're on their run, do not break through that bottom, and they just continue to make new highs and then form new bottoms. And so we have, I'm just using that strategy to make a profit in the stock market. So I just count off. So what his method was he called them boxes. He said they form boxes where they form the top price and the bottom price, and they kind of bounce around in between the top and the bottom price until they surge forward and made a new high. And he typically purchased when the stock made it through a new high. I've kind of modified that to what I'm comfortable with as far as I'm trading. So these are the two books right here that I've read, and I use those methodologies to form the trading method that I use, and they're very good books, very easy to read books there. The other, I guess, author or investor that has a lot more information out there for you, and just a wealth of information. I really respect what he's doing, and it's William O'Neill. He actually has one of the largest papers out there called the Investor's Business Daily. You can get the Investor's Business Daily and get stock market information on a regular basis. And so basically, William O'Neill is a hedge fund manager who started the Investor's Business Daily, and really has some great information as far as how to. He has, he has 40 years of experience of investing and making plenty of money in the stock market, and he just lays it out there how you can uh, identify the stocks that are breaking out of bases, and that you can, and he tells you actually how to trade those stocks. So it's really good. I know in this book here he has probably 100. I think there's 100 charts in the book where it shows you the different stocks of the last 10 years and how they have, or actually, I'll take that back. There are 100 stocks in there that have that he's identified over really the last 100 years that would have made you a lot of money if you would have played them correctly, and he shows all the buy points in there. So here is Investors Business Daily on investors.com. Investors.com is the online portal that you can get his daily updates and his commentary on stocks. He also has a IBD 50 Investors Business Daily Top 50 that I always look to see if my stocks, and I'm always reading the articles that Investors Business Daily uh, comes out with on the stocks that I'm following, because I really believe that they have the insight and they can tell me whether or not if they're following the stock and I'm following the stock, then I know that and it's in their top 50, then I know I'm on the right track, because they are using basically the same methodology, just with a lot more updated information, charts, a lot more technical analysis than I'm using with the Nicholas Darvas method. They're they have schooling on this. They have this IBD University that you can get you can go to live workshops. You can go, home study courses. You can really get some detailed information about their methodology. The Can Slim method, I still use a lot of the things in the Can Slim method, so you really ought to check that out. So those are some great resources for you. Just figured I would show you where I'm getting most of my information from. Again, we use the Darvas trading method here, and but I have read a lot from William O'Neill, and I'm always respecting what he has to say about the stocks that I am trading. So make it a great day and find some profitable trades.